FBI Director Kash Patel getting grilled this week after firing a team of counterintelligence experts just days before the U.S. attacked Iran. Each of the fired agents also happened to work on Donald Trump's classified documents case, raising new concerns of political retaliation.
Why did you fire at least a dozen agents in Counterintelligence Unit 12 that specializes in Iran counterintelligence, which makes us much less secure and safe with this war going on from Iranian attacks potentially against our country?
As I said earlier, Congressman, I don't work on timelines when these terminations occur. There are internal investigations conducted by the careers at the FBI that highlight unethical or inappropriate conduct, and it's up to me to make the decision. But our Iran Threats Mission Center has never been more resourced, as I've highlighted.
Joining me now, Jacqueline McGuire, former special agent for the FBI from 2000 until 2025. Jacqueline, you wrote an op-ed in the New York Times this week without mincing words, saying, "I was an FBI agent for 25 years. Kash Patel is playing a dangerous game." Explain.
Well, thanks for having me on. I think Mr. Patel is playing a dangerous game. We are a country at war right now, and he continues to have retribution against agents, against FBI personnel who worked on investigations that he seemingly just does not like.
Do you buy the justification that Kash Patel laid out there, that this is career FBI agents that are doing their diligence and kind of rooting out bad actors?
You know, I first hope it's true what he said, that the Iran Mission Center is well-resourced right now, given the environment, the situation that our country is in. But his track record does not bode well for undertaking, thorough personnel investigations by the book. We've seen this happen time after time, despite him stating at his confirmation hearing that he would not look backwards, that there would not be political retribution. We just see it over and over, in my view.
You yourself were pushed out of the FBI last year. Other fired agents who worked on the election interference case are also suing now. How is this kind of alleged political retaliation affecting the Bureau as a whole?
I think it's twofold. I think, first off, you are losing a lot of experience. You are losing a lot of expertise in getting rid of agents, no matter what programs they were working. That is years and years of experience of having gone through high threat situations, high threat environments. And second, I think it has an effect on the rest of the workforce, right? To see their colleagues getting forced out, getting fired just for doing their job, for following investigations that were court authorized. So I think it could have a chilling effect on the workforce.
An impact on, morale in the workplace and potentially our security, given the brain drain here. You write that you hope it doesn't take another September 11th to snap the FBI's leadership into action. That's pretty stark. How big of a concern do you think this should be to Kash Patel and the FBI?
Well, I want to say, first off, I still have immense trust in the workforce of the FBI, in the men and women who remain there as agents, as intelligence analysts, as professional staff. But I sure hope that Mr. Patel and the rest of our leaders in government have their eye on the ball, that they know that the biggest threat to us is our national security, especially given the wartime environment that we're at. And I hope that the resources of the FBI are appropriately used against that threat.
In your conversations with your former colleagues who are still at the FBI, is there any sense that there could be a change of course by Kash Patel and other leadership at some point?
Well, I think we all could remain hopeful that the focus is not on the distractions that he causes, but again, that are on our biggest threats, that are on the work of the FBI and the great work that the men and women there continue to do.
Before I let you go, I know you worked under former FBI Director Robert Mueller for some 12 years. He died yesterday at the age of 81. We reported that as breaking news. Assess his legacy, how you perceive his role and how many people are going to remember him, his legacy.
Sure. Yesterday was a very sad day for the Bureau, and I think really for our country. We lost a true patriot. I spent about half my career serving under Director Mueller during his 12-year tenure as head of the FBI, and I think he was the exact right director we needed when 9/11 happened. That was a week after he was sworn in as director, and he worked and fought to keep the FBI together as one agency and not have it broken apart as separate law enforcement and intelligence agencies. And he did that because he knew it was the right thing for our country. He didn't do that because that's the way it always had been. I think Director Mueller can be credited with all of his work